An unknown killer terrorized an entire city for a full year, attacking victims in their beds in the middle of the night. He was never caught. 3 years later, Jack the Ripper began killing in London using an almost identical method. Some historians believe they were the same person. In 1884, Austin, Texas was a growing frontier city of around 20,000 people. Between December 1884 and December 1885, an unknown killer struck 8 times, always at night, always while victims slept, always with a long, sharp blade or axe. The city was paralyzed with fear. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew where he would strike next, and nobody ever found out. The attacks followed a pattern that investigators couldn't explain. The killer always struck in the early hours of the morning. He always targeted victims in their beds. He dragged several of them outside before killing them, as if he wanted them to be found in a specific place. The wounds were precise, calculated, not the work of someone acting in a frenzy, the work of someone who had done this before and would do it again. William Sidney Porter, who would later become famous as the writer O. Henry, was living in Austin during the murders. He coined the nickname that would follow this case forever. He called the killer the Servant Girl Annihilator. After 8 murders across 12 months, the attacks stopped completely. The killer was never identified. No arrest was ever made. And then, he simply vanished. 3 years later, in 1888, Jack the Ripper began his killing spree in the Whitechapel district of London. The similarities between the two cases were immediately noted by investigators at the time. Both killers struck at night. Both targeted victims with surgical precision. Both stopped as suddenly as they started. Both were never identified. A man named Francis Tumblety was investigated as a Jack the Ripper suspect in 1888. He had been living in Austin, Texas in 1884 and 1885, directly during the Servant Girl Annihilator murders. He fled London immediately after the Ripper killings stopped and returned to America. He was never charged with either set of murders. He died in 1903, taking whatever he knew to his grave. 8 murders in Austin, 5 in London, 2 cities, 2 unsolved cases. One suspect who was in both places at exactly the right time. This has been A Random Tale.